seemed there was some tension throughout the school, and so we wanted to resolve that. So originally the Black Student Union and Latinx started meeting, and we loved it, and it was so beneficial, so we wanted to invite other groups, and we probably have 4 different groups right now, so just inviting more and more people to join that kind of represents our school.
We've just had a chance to have sessions with students that come from different backgrounds. Some of them are very specific to clubs that are here that represent different groups, and they could be related to different backgrounds, cultures, religions, things of that nature. They're student-led organizations, and what we've done is had a chance to have them come together to collaborate a little bit more, but also get a chance to listen to them and hear their voices as we look to continue to improve where we are as a school.
Es importante crear una comunidad escolar mejor, con igualdad y respeto para todos los estudiantes.
Just understand each other better, communicating through, it's just such a large school, so we have a lot going on, but sharing that message just becomes such a part of getting over the hill. But just really learning about each other so we can better understand, and the word we focus on today is allyship, so learning about each other's experiences and how we can support that way.
It's important so that we can all understand each other better and make a more tight-knit student community here at Albemarle.
There's so much negative media, and that's what we talked about, I think, at the first meeting. Like, where is the positivity of there's so many amazing things that go on here day to day that just don't get shared, so.
We want every one of our students to feel like this is their home. And in some cases, students really feel that way. In other cases, what do we do to try to break some of those barriers that exist where that's not the case? So for me as the principal, it's important for me to hear my students. We have over 1,900 of them, so it's a lot of voices to hear, but it's important to create these vehicles where they can come in and talk to me about their concerns, other staff, and then we can figure out what does that mean in the grand scope of things of what we're doing as a school, and we can relay that to our staff and figure out how does that get into our improvement plans, right, and what we can do to make things better right from the mouth of our students that are experiencing these things.
Actually, recently I started working with the African Student Alliance to translate we have menstrual products in the bathrooms that say, like, take what you need, like, this is how you can contact us if you need it, but they're in English right now. So we're translating them into Spanish, into Pashto and Farsi, so that everyone in the school can understand what these are for and what you can use them for. I think we're educating each other on what could be solved, just like even small things like this is a stereotype, or this is like how people have been labeled in the past, and how you can reconstruct your mindset to see like what you could be doing different to understand these people as best they could.
So there's always, I hate to say in our society, stereotypes that are carved out about different groups or different people, and the key to breaking some of that is getting to understand people, right? And getting to share. So I think that's a really big one there, is because students can be in their social areas, their pockets during lunch or whatever, and so how do we purposefully make it so that students can better understand each other and also feel more comfortable in terms of their interaction with really all students?
Es importante que conozcamos los problemas que existen en la escuela para así poder ayudarlos y poder mejorar esta escuela. Entonces, con esto yo pienso que habrá un cambio, que podemos hablar todos y concientizar lo que está pasando.
There is a lot of conversation where you can say, hey, I'm feeling this way, this person's feeling that way, but when there's no action behind it, it kind of means nothing. And so when students are continuously feeling unheard or misunderstood, or like there's issues that aren't being resolved, that's what creates that restlessness and that kind of divide. And then even sometimes turn to violence, or students just trying to take matters into their own hands in the wrong way. So we're so lucky to have an amazing principal and admin team that are willing to sit and hear us and listen, so we can find solutions. So without that, there is no solution. It's just kind of conversation.
Lo que más me gusta de la escuela es que la escuela te brinda muchas herramientas para estudiar y los profesores siempre están al alcance para ayudarte en cualquier problema que tengas, y también tu consejero siempre está disponible para ti. Y el problema que principalmente queremos resolver es el racismo hacia las comunidades como la afrolatina, la hispana y las otras comunidades que son igual de importantes que las nuestras, y queremos mostrar que no somos lo que la gente dice y queremos mostrar nuestra mejor versión de nosotros.
I think we always want to be reminded that we're here to understand the experiences of our students, right? And that experience can be what happens in the classroom, it could be happens when on a bus, it could be happens, in the halls, all those types of things. So I think it's fascinating to hear, in many cases, a lot of the positive things that come from their experiences being in the school, which is great because we need to continue celebrating that. And then just thinking about, all right, what are some areas that we can continue to get better at and make sure we're addressing as a school, because we're obviously always in that constant continuous improvement model.
Albemarle is like a really diverse student body, and I wouldn't want to go anywhere else because I love having to meet so many different people who have so many different backgrounds, and I feel like I learn something new every day.
Finding that fire in different cultures and different students and seeing, oh, like I didn't know that you can relate in this way. That's just kept me grounded. I think that makes students feel less lonely. Like there are 2,000 people here, but there are so many students that just feel disconnected. And so this has been such an amazing way to connect. And I can't wait to share events with the larger student body and see what the reaction's like.
We have ninth graders all the way to seniors, and one of the things they've mentioned is as this gets started and starts to become hopefully systemic as part of what we do, is how do we then, for the seniors, pass that on to the younger students to get them involved, so this becomes not just a one and done, it becomes a part of who we are. And again, it goes back to understanding voice from our kids. That's what we need to always be willing to do from all of our kids.